Hello to all dear friends of my YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to talk about an extremely fascinating and exciting phenomenon, the collision of the Milky Way and Andromeda. As you know, the Milky Way and Andromeda are both known as two very large and famous galaxies in the universe. But have you ever wondered what happens when two massive galaxies like theirs collide? In this video, I am going to investigate this fascinating and mysterious phenomenon. Collision of galaxies is one of the special phenomena in the field of astronomy and cosmology. When two galaxies approach each other at very high speeds, the friction and attraction forces between them lead to a strong collision and interference. This phenomenon brings great consequences and changes in the structure and shape of two galaxies. Collisions of galaxies lead to the loss of stars, breaking stars, and producing strong ultrasonic and radio waves. These consequences clearly show that galaxy collisions are one of the most energetic and important phenomena in the universe, which have enormous effects on astronomical and cosmological processes. Using telescopes and observational data, researchers have been able to observe and investigate galaxy collisions in the universe. These studies have helped us to get the best understanding of the collision process and its consequences. After the collision, galaxies are usually formed that have a new shape and structure, and stars, vortices, and clouds are formed in them in a new way. This process, as post-collision recovery, is the subject of many researches in the field of astronomy and cosmology. The collision of galaxies is one of the most important phenomena that occurs in the universe. Understanding how the collision and its effects on the structure of galaxies and the development of the universe are among the topics that many researchers are still investigating. Collisions of galaxies require careful investigation, and there is some unique scientific evidence in this field. Among the important evidences of collisions of galaxies is the change in the appearance of galaxies before, during, and after the collision. Also, gravitational and frictional effects on stars, vortices, and clouds are also studied. After collisions, galaxies usually take on new shapes and structures. This process of formation of galaxies after the collision is a big challenge in the field of astronomy and cosmology. New stars are formed, vortices and clouds are formed in a new way, and the overall structure of the galaxy changes. Collisions of galaxies are a rare phenomenon and usually occur on very long time scales. The exact number and distance between each galactic collision is variable and can change depending on the conditions and characteristics of each galaxy. Collisions of galaxies are a rare phenomenon and usually occur on very long time scales. The exact number and distance between each galactic collision is variable and can change depending on the conditions and characteristics of each galaxy. The estimates that have been made so far show that between each galactic collision in a certain region there is an average of several billion years. But this value may also differ depending on the characteristics of each galaxy and the overall composition of galaxies. For example, larger galactic collisions such as those of the antennae galaxies are usually a few hundred million to a billion years apart. But some smaller collisions, such as island galaxies, happen every few gig-years. In general, collisions of galaxies are considered as a rare and pervasive phenomenon in the universe and may occur over very long periods of time. The collision of galaxies is one of the exciting and fascinating phenomena in astronomy. Throughout history, many galaxies have collided with each other, and these space accidents have created a very amazing and beautiful phenomenon. But in the case of the collision between the Milky Way and Andromeda, the story is completely different. These two galaxies collided with each other in a unique way and created a huge mass of stars, gases, and dust as a result of this accident. The collision of these two galaxies has caused many changes in their structure and shape. Among them, the formation of new regions of stars and the formation of many stars in places that were previously devoid of stars. Also, the collision of the Milky Way and Andromeda has caused the formation of very high temperatures and strong astronomical explosions. In addition, in this video, we will examine the effects of the collision of these two galaxies on the path of the planets and stars inside them. The collision of the Milky Way and Andromeda has caused significant changes in the path of the stars and planets inside them, and this is very interesting and surprising. So, in this video, we will explore the details and attractions of the collision between the Milky Way and hope that we will have a good time together in this journey to the world of astronomy. The collision of galaxies is one of the fascinating and exciting phenomena in astrophysics. Throughout history, many galaxies have collided with each other, creating an amazing and beautiful cosmic crash. But the collision between the Milky Way and Andromeda is a completely different story. These two galaxies have collided in a unique way, and as a result of this collision, a huge mass of stars, gas, and dust has been created. The collision of these two galaxies has caused significant changes in their structure and shape. This involves the formation of new regions of stars and the creation of large numbers of stars in places that were previously empty. Additionally, the collision of the Milky Way and Andromeda has resulted in extremely high temperatures and powerful stellar explosions. In addition, in this video, we will examine the impact of the collision of these two galaxies on the paths of the planets and stars within them. The collision of the Milky Way and Andromeda has caused significant changes in the paths of the stars and planets within them, which is very interesting and exciting. So, in this video, we will look at the details and attractions of the collision between the Milky Way and Andromeda. I hope we can spend great moments together in this journey to the world of astrophysics. Thank you for your attention to this video. I hope you enjoyed and gained some useful information about the Milky Way and Andromeda collision. If you have any questions or comments, please share them in the comments section. Share this video with your friends and stay in touch with me to provide you with new videos.